Dear users, we're the lifeblood of YouTube. Group action by the users necessitates a response from YouTube. We engaged in group action, and YouTube's initial response was to remove the video calling for action and to suspend the Thunderfoot account for 2 weeks. The loss was acceptable, and the action continued, and less than 2 days later there were over 300 copies of the original video circulating on YouTube alone, and the story had been featured on one of the world's top scientific blogs, Pharangula. YouTube has not directly contacted me, but their action in reinstating the Thunderfoot account and dropping the community guidelines violation accusations that they themselves had made suggest that YouTube may be regretting their initial course of action. I just want to highlight that point. YouTube, a multinational billion-dollar megacorp, was willing to retract a community guidelines violation that they had lodged due to user action. Oh yes, group action by the users necessitates a response from YouTube. Naturally, this action would have been ineffective without dissatisfied users. This action would have been redundant if YouTube's complaint system was not infuriating and ineffective. The effectiveness of this protest has alerted YouTube to the state of play. This being the case, I suggest that people now refrain from writing further letters to YouTube, at least at the current time. It is not our intent to damage YouTube. This is simply a statement by the users demonstrating that we have the power to launch effective action, and we are willing to do so if the conditions get unacceptable. All we want is a level playing field. All you want is to turn a profit. We sincerely hope that this will imbue on YouTube that maybe they should reappraise the balance between user satisfaction and advertising revenue in favor of the users. Naturally, YouTube will harden its soft points in future, and we have also learnt that YouTube would be only too happy to stomp on this sort of protest if they could, something that we will naturally take into consideration in any possible future protests. It's a simple equation, YouTube. In Nash equilibrium terms, all you have to do is keep the community happy enough to prevent protests like this. Regrettably, you've probably left it a little late, in that a community that feels harassed and beleaguered behaves in a far more cohesive fashion, again shifting the balance of power in favor of the users. The strength of a collective should be self-evident to everyone at this point. Our first order of business is to consolidate our position and strengthen our collective. Please subscribe to as many of the guys in the sidebar as you can. This will give us a nodal defense structure such that the loss of any one will have a reduced impact on the ability of the collective to initiate a communal response. Also, add as many of them as you can as friends. We will see what YouTube does about VoteBots, but until it does, our response will be to notify all friends of any attack. Yeah, that's right, creationists and the such like. You VoteBot a video, and you will turn it from being a bombed video into a top-rated video. Like I say, this is not our first choice of action. This is a workaround, a necessary response. Only YouTube can provide the solution here. All we want is a level playing field. Best wishes and congratulations, users. Thunderfoot.